In the deafening chaos of war, amidst the rubble and ruin, a tiny hand reached out from the dust. That hand belonged to a child, no older than 5, whose world had just been shattered into a million pieces. Their parents, their home, their sense of safety all gone in a flash of blinding light and a roar that shook the very earth. This is where our story begins, not with an ending, but with a flicker of life that refused to be extinguished. This is the story of an orphan of war, a soul raised not by family, but by hope itself. Imagine for a moment what that must feel like. One day, you're laughing, playing, held securely in the arms of your mother. The next, you are utterly alone. The familiar faces are gone, replaced by the hurried, anxious expressions of strangers. The comforting sounds of home are silenced, drowned out by the wails of sirens and the distant, terrifying echo of conflict. For this child, the world had become a vast, confusing, and frightening place. Survival was no longer about finishing your vegetables. It was about finding a safe place to sleep, a morsel of food to eat, and a reason to open your eyes the next morning. It wasn't one of blood, but one of shared experience and a silent, mutual understanding. The first few months were a blur of grief and confusion. Nightmares were frequent visitors, replaying the horror over and over. The child would wake up in a cold sweat, reaching out for a hand that was no longer there. But with each sunrise, a small, stubborn seed of resilience began to sprout. This resilience was watered by the kindness of others. And then there was hope. It wasn't a grand, cinematic revelation. It was a quiet, persistent whisper. It was the color of the sky after a storm, the taste of a fresh orange given by a visiting volunteer, the sound of laughter echoing in the courtyard. Hope was the promise that this was not the end. This hope became the child's anchor, the force that pulled them forward one small step at a time. Education became a crucial part of this journey. In a classroom with cracked walls and mismatched desks, a volunteer teacher opened up a universe of possibilities. She taught them to read and write, not just words, but their own stories. For the first time, the child could put their feelings onto paper, giving form to the chaos inside. They learned about history, about science, about a world far beyond the confines of their war-torn city. The pen became more powerful than any weapon they had ever heard. It was a tool to rebuild, to create, to dream. Art and music also played a vital role. A donated guitar, a box of paints, a lump of clay, these were more than just objects. They would sketch the faces of the people around them, capturing the sadness, yes, but also the strength and the quiet dignity in their eyes. They showed others that it was okay to cry, but it was also essential to find a reason to smile again. You don't live through war without being marked by it. There were moments of profound sadness, a deep aching void where a family should have been. They dreamed of becoming a doctor, an engineer, a teacher, someone who could help rebuild the very world that had been torn apart. This determination did not go unnoticed. A scholarship program funded by an international organization offered a chance for a university education abroad. The application process was daunting, a mountain of paperwork and interviews. The child poured their heart and soul into it, writing an essay that told their story not with self-pity, but with a powerful message of hope and resilience. They wrote about the kindness of strangers, the power of education, and their unwavering belief in a better future. And then, the news came, an acceptance letter, a full scholarship. It was a moment of pure, unadulterated joy, a validation of every struggle, every tear, every ounce of effort. Leaving the orphanage was bittersweet. It was the only home they had known for over a decade. Saying goodbye to the other children, to the cook, to the teachers, it was like leaving family all over again. But this time, it was different. This wasn't an ending forced by violence. It was a beginning chosen by hope. Today, that child is a young adult, studying at a prestigious university, thousands of miles from the land of their birth. They are excelling, driven by a purpose that few of their peers can comprehend. They carry their past not as a burden, but as a source of incredible strength and empathy. They have not forgotten where they came from. They are working towards a degree that will give them the skills to go back and help rebuild, to ensure that other children don't have to endure what they went through. Their story is a powerful reminder that even in the most devastating of circumstances, the human spirit can find a way not just to survive, but to thrive. It shows us that hope is not a passive wish, but an active force. It's the choice to get up one more time, to learn one more thing, to help one more person. It's the belief that our darkest moments do not define us. Our response to them does. The child orphaned by war was raised by an entire community of hope, and in turn, they have become a beacon of hope for others. Their life is a testament to the idea that from the ashes of conflict, a future of peace, purpose, and profound strength can be born. Thank you so much for watching and for letting us share this incredible story with you. If it moved you, please consider liking the video and subscribing to our channel for more content that explores the resilience of the human spirit.